Hello everybody, welcome back to a Slug stream. Let's get that mouse cursor off the screen. I'm going to come way back over here to the beginning and just confirm to myself that we haven't missed anything over here. We have not. So I feel like there aren't all too many puzzles remaining. So it's kind of clearing up what we've missed previously. So let's start with Secluded again. Now, I feel like we spent some time here recently, between whatever one day I recorded was and the next day I didn't and all the rest. So that won't tip over there. It will tip over here, but then I can't move it to the left. And what I can't do, I don't think, is get this kind of into that back left corner, although I can. But if I'm up here, I can't cross down there ever because of the fire, the hot coals or whatever they are. And if we do water, I can't come out of here ever, in that fashion at least. I can't tip this over. I am very uncertain what I can achieve. Alright, we spent some time here at the end of last episode, I think. Oh god, that's not what I wanted to do. And we're back. So, Secluded's going to wait. Down here, we have towers. This feels like I should be able to make progress somewhere. So how tall are these? These are 3 tall. The rock can go through them. That's allowed. If I do this, or if I do that actually one further back, I can fall onto that rock, but I can't climb up higher. Can I? If I put that there and try and climb upwards, and I can't reverse while facing upwards down through the teleporter. That won't let me, which is a shame because that would be really useful. If I could get back up and then stand that lower piece upright, that would be long enough to get me to where I want to be. But once the stone's here, I can't put it anywhere else, which is frustrating. Because I can't fetch it from the bottom side of the level. I'm just going to increase my fan speed behind me and then be quiet so I can see that the fan is not getting picked up on the microphone. Good. It's so hot over here in England at the moment. And our homes are not built for this heat, and I hate it, but we progress. So it's either, the things I can do with this stone piece are either that, stop it, or I can push it off of one of these 2 places. Either way, it ends up here. Hold on. What happens if I do... I want the block to end up on the right-hand side of this thing. And I don't know that I ever can. Because if the block was here, I could climb up on it and get to the flowers. Of course, the thing I always neglect is the getting back part. So what happens if we do this? I make a small river that does not look very helpful. There's nothing hiding on the back half of the level. I don't know if a change in perspective will help me think about things any differently. Because I can get up here, but that doesn't let me do anything differently with the red pieces. I just can't figure out where else I can use this stone. Because what I can't do is figure out any way to go back through this teleporter downwards from here. Which would be really useful if I could find it. That doesn't work with another thing on top of it. But I can't get myself to reverse downwards through that. If I tip that over, I can put that there, but this is so tall, I can't imagine not teleporting back up. So if we think that this red one, this higher red one, has to stay up here for me to get back with, well, what about this? Could I use this in some way to change the orientation by creating more island for myself? Is that what I've needed this whole time? If I put that there, I can't tip that over. Obviously, I can also do it on that end, but from here, I can't do anything else with this apart from put it up there. Okay, what if I put that there and I turn this up right now? It still doesn't help me, does it? Unless there's secret flowers over here in the ocean, but there's not. But I don't hate this idea of making an extra piece of platform for myself somewhere. If I could climb up on this, that could almost be functional. Because I think this tall red one here probably does need to stay up there. Is like the part of the conclusion I'm coming to. Ooh. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. He's done it. Okay, we've got towers. We've made progress today, and it only took us 10 minutes. I don't feel bad about that at all. What was this one? Raise. Ah, well. So this tower is 3 high. How can I get one of these guys upright, or facing up on here, I think. Because the problem is I can't manipulate one of these to tip over from the front. Even if there's something blocking it on the other side, you just get resistance. But clearly, I need to get one of these facing upright on top of a ledge so that I can get out. Don't I? Well, could I make a staggered series of pieces to offer resistance? So if I then tip this up and down, okay, that's not quite what I need. And this thing's symmetrical, so if I do it from the other edge... Well, what if... Okay, that needs to be further over so that I can tip it here and still push it. That won't tip over because of the distance of rectangles, I guess. But if I tip it here, I can't push it. Because common sense would say I need a blue one to be facing upwards to come out of it while pointing at the upside down exit. But I don't know how I would push something to there to do that. Now in the last puzzle, we kind of came to the conclusion that the upper vertical red portal had to stay up there so I could make my escape, which then led me to discovering the solution using the other 2 pieces I had. So is there anything I can draw in conclusion of what I have here that will then make figuring out the solution easier? Some first step to work with. Because I can't make that be face up. I can't make this be face up either. I can't push a portal through its own coloured self. That won't stand up because the diagonal of a rectangle is longer than its length. The hypotenuse of the right angle triangle on the inside can't tip up underneath pieces of alternate size. I still kind of like my notion of just building a series of things with resistance, but I don't know what that would look like. Well, there's notches in this top corner piece. Is there ever a world where I can get this to be upright on top of one of the other pieces. I can't use this. I can climb up it. If I put this there, I can climb up that, but then I can't climb up there. That just pushes that upwards. So I'm not sure I can get a vertical piece there because it comes to the same problem of not being able to get a teleporter facing upwards. Oh, what if? So that one's dark at the top. The diagonals are not agreeing with me. I can't go up after I come out of there, which would be ideal if I could. But if this were here, I would only push it rather than anything else happening, and I can't make resistance with the other piece with what I have. Which is a shame. What if I push this over and turn it there, and push that to there? Ah, the whole thing pushes over, doesn't it? Because there's no resistance for the second piece. So I can't come through there like that, and I can't make resistance with something sticking out of the water. That wouldn't fly. I just want to tip upwards here. And I can't tip one of these face down. And I'm running out of inspiration. What else do we have? This whole island was a problem. And pools, trampoline, fire corridor, dual barrier, and Double Trouble was the one I was like, there's so much going on here, I can't possibly fathom doing this until last, and I'm gonna keep that idea to myself. Let's go check out, do we do walled? No, we can check out walled, I think. I think I've had enough practice with some of these components that I think I might be able to do something here. So this is clay. Clay crushes flowers. This can move, crushes flowers. That can move both of them. But doesn't seem to want to do very much else. What other moves can I even make? I can't tip anything here. That can move over once. That I can't climb. So there is clearly a single move I'm missing somewhere to manipulate something here in a different manner. I don't think it can be this one. Wait. This has... If this is 2 by 2, I can tip it. Okay, now we're on to possibly something. So after this moves once... I can also tip it that way. Which is very interesting. If I then tip it... Hold on. If I tip you... That... Oh, it's not what I was expecting. But also not unwelcome. Because I think I want to dissolve this piece of clay and then just walk through the teleporter. Right? Now, that dissolves the clay, but leaves me without a route through the teleporter. So I think there's something special I can do here. In fact, if I can get this piece upright with the clay facing me, so now water is flowing out of the bottom, but if I could get through the top of that, I could get to at least most of the flowers, which is progress against none of the flowers. There's going to be somewhere I can have this exist. Not unlike this. Now, I can't get to those flowers, obviously. I would prefer if the other half of this were to be the half that was in the water. I feel like this gives me more wiggle room, you know? But it's those last 2 flowers that are the problem. Well, what if I didn't use the water at all? Ah, that is a problem. I was wondering if I could climb up that whole thing. Well, I can. I can climb up the whole thing. And this doesn't become a problem, because I am sure there is a way for me to get to these flowers. I'm smarter than you, game. I'm smarter than you. You managed to solve it without entering portals nor dissolving the clay. So I spoke to the developer in comments. Those pop-ups, basically the game has programmed into it the kind of pseudo intended solution, and if you solve the puzzle without using the components of the intended solution, it tells you what components you didn't use. So it's got like a checklist going on in the background, which is very cool. Right, we'll spend a few minutes just trying one of our prickly friends here. How much progress I will make in such a short period, who knows. So I need to be one higher than this, somehow. Because the one I'm on is already too high. So having this here does effectively nothing for me. And I can eat that flower, but the cactus hurts my tummy. So how could I make it taller? And still get on top of it? I think the still getting on top of it is the most important part. Because I know I can do this. I just can't keep it there. While another piece then gets put underneath it for height, you know? Well, I could probably do something like... No, I couldn't. I don't know how to make that tip up onto the other piece. Basically, I want another piece of clay to be here, but even if it was, I'm not sure how I would stand on that piece of clay. Or stone, rather than clay. Where can I move any of this? Well, if I put that down, that is taller. I can't climb it, but it's taller. And what I kind of want is this whole thing inverted. But I don't know how I would do that, or how I would climb on top of this. So you are back to being cleverer than me, game. Yeah, I've really got no clue how to get that plant. Really, really not at all. Well, we made some good progress today, I think. There were a couple of levels that we just worked through creative solutions for. So I think for now, that'll be everything. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.